Case West, we're nearly there, lads. It's only an hour because I cut out a lot of this, because I don't like it very much.
Man, I've never played this, so it's gonna be interesting.
Both bits of DLC were exclusive to the Xbox.
Yeah, and I never got the Rise on Xbox. Or rather, I never actually really heard about Case West.
I don't think many people talked about it after it was done because it's such a nothing DLC. It's got a nice title screen though.
This is the last of the Blue Castle games, isn't it?
Yeah. Now these are the pictures I took the last time I played the game many years ago. There's Frank hitting some zombies. There's Frank hitting some zombies, and there's Frank about to hit a zombie.
Man, interesting. Also, I like how Frank and Chuck just standing like all badass and romantically on this cliffside.
Romantically?
Yeah.
Romantically. Not even bromantically, romantically. This is kind of something that the Dead Rising authors never really went with.
You know, could have gone there. Couldn't.
I watched a playthrough of this, and I'm going to be honest, I haven't really remembered much of this, so there is going to be a bit of surprise from my end.
Yeah.
I played it and I've pushed all of it out of my mind, so it's going to be surprise on my end. I do like that the finale DLC of Dead Rising 2 does begin with a kind of text crawl telling us the whole backstory at this point.
You pushed out of your mind. Did it leave that less of an impact on you?
Oh yeah, I didn't even need to push it actually. Pushing implies effort, it just kind of slid out of my mind. Out of my ear into a kind of memory pool on the floor, which then dried up. And here's a thing that kind of immediately threw me, like the first time I did play it, it opens with ending A, which I never got. All the other zombies got off at their floor and just left these two to go at it.
Yeah, you know, can't consider it. Also, this is awful, this is not my canon, Dead Rising. In my canon, I played as Blanca. What the fuck?
Blanca abandons Chuck, think about that.
Yeah, no, he probably goes away with the Stacy and his kid.
Oh, here he is.
Here he is.
You look familiar.
I think that locket is actually the locket that Carlos has in Dead Rising 1.
You must be that one Capcom pushed really hard for a little bit.
When two words collide, one is a serious family man, the other is Frank West. Together they are Frank and Chuck.
They'll find out. Beating Fenotrans ain't as easy as it seems.
It's easier.
They'll just do this and then they'll go and do fucking nothing for 10 years.
Yeah. Well, Chuck will raise a kid.
Now, here's something quite interesting. Frank here is a little bit portly, so because this came out before, off the record, Frank probably did have a talk show and a career and all that, and then gained weight.
The talk show is canon, no matter what.
Yeah.
His reaction to it is non-canon, according to Off the Record. But yeah, so ending A is the one that definitely happened if this happened. Ending S is bullshit. I say that as if it matters, because Dead Rising 3 is so nothing, pick your fucking poison.
Ending S is Blanca ending.
Yeah, no, like I said, Snake, ending S is still canon, it's just that it was Blanca who walked away with his family.
Oh, right.
It all makes sense now.
They parted on good terms, Chuck and Blanca. Chuck knew that Blanca had to go after his family.
So, basically, the whole setup for this is we're gonna go raid a Fenotrans facility, and this is my first problem with this game.
What are you looking for? A big story? Some way to get yourself back in the limelight?
A new map that's really bad.
Oh yeah, that's it. Like, it's a completely industrial environment, and I just find that the most boring shit. I'm really picky when it comes to video game settings. Like, zombie-infested mall? That's fucking amazing, that's fun, I like that. Zombie-infested holiday destination? It's a bit less interesting, but it's still got something to it. Industrial facility? Nah, fuck that, I'm bored, I'm leaving. I don't want in.
Yeah, I can see why.
Looks good.
The facility is camouflaged. The textures haven't loaded in.
Yes.
Quite fun for this that Frank West in gameplay is invincible, I believe, but in 2-player you will play as Frank.
He's actually the most interesting kind of escort AI, and if you think about it, it actually feels like the setup for the survivors in Dead Rising 3 being as powerful as they are. Frank is completely invulnerable, you can actually dress him up, and you can give him any weapon you can get.
So Snake, should we talk about Dead Rising 3 if it comes up?
If it comes up. It will come up a bit at the end.
Yeah. Should we keep it spoilers
Spoiler
or
free.
spoiler free?
Nah,
Okay.
no, actually, we'll spoil.
Well, Snake, to be fair, we never did see the ending of 3.
Yeah, that's true. We could, okay, me and Sweet got to the ending, as we've said. Then the game kept crashing and wouldn't let us log on, and neither of us wanted to beat it single player, so we just never did.
Yeah. Heck, I think my save was just actually set on the first day.
It's actually funny, the other day I was considering, after this goes up, should I just do a solo review of Dead Rising 3? And it took 5 seconds for me to just go in my own head, nah!
I was actually... when we played Dead Rising 3, I actually were asking Snake if he wanted to do a playthrough. But then, after like many hours in, we said, nah.
The ultimate thing is, it was fun. It was fun, but it wasn't a Dead Rising game to me. I know that's picky.
I felt it dragged on a bit.
That too. The map was too big for its own good.
Yeah. And unlike 2, nothing much happened. But yeah.
The whole pacing and structure of it feels bad.
Yeah. Well, at least I got to play as best Dead Rising character, Dick.
I liked Nick. So here's Chuck's camera. It's just the shitty tourist camera. And no, you don't really get points for using it in this, so...
There's no point.
Yeah, there is no point. There's no PP.
Wait, are you saying there's no point to take beautiful pictures of the beautiful man that is Frank West? Jesus Christ, Frank. Fucking hell, Frank, calm down.
I like the fact that you can just leave Frank on his own to take on enemies, and there's like no worry.
Have a brick.
Just a brick.
He likes it. He heard it. Frank's seal of approval.
I'm sorry to think that Frank is a psycho.
We're all psychos here. The Dead Rising protagonists, biggest psychos of all.
Of course.
So, just immediately, do you see why I don't like this setting?
Very railroady.
No, it's not railroady. It's just big, bland, open forecourt. I don't like it.
So, Dead Rising 3 then?
Dead Rising 3 had stuff to it.
Yeah,
There was a bit of exploration, at least.
I'm gonna try not to just fall back on Dead Rising 3, but I don't know much of this game, honestly.
There's just one guy.
Just one guy, 2 of us. We can do this.
I'll give this DLC one thing, it starts strong. There are a few good gags in the opening
Who
cutscenes.
are you? Listen, you just keep quiet, alright? We don't want to hurt. Ah, shit.
Don't worry, they won't do much damage.
Nah, it's fine. There's orange juice on the table. Frank, you gonna help?
Frank's
So
invincible.
wait, how did they not see him? Actually, how did they not see him? Because there was a glass there. So they should have seen him if he's hiding behind that half wall.
The blocking of the camera didn't allow it.
I see.
Peripheral vision is not a thing that action movie heroes have.
I see. They are at the wall of the camera. Also, that orange snake, you just left it there.
Just left it.
Awful.
I guess you still got some life in you yet. For an old guy.
How old is Frank anyway?
I think he's like 43 or
Got
something.
more on the way.
What? Chuck shouldn't be that much younger then.
No, but in video game terms, he's old.
I think, Chuck... Actually, no, Frank's 41 because, by Dead Rising 3, because it's 10 years in, the future, he will be 51. And Chuck's 29.
Chuck's 29?
Yeah, he's 29.
I think this
Look it
I
up.
thought
he is.
all this time he was in his late 30s, early 40s.
No, he's 29.
What the fuck? That is not the face of a 29-year-old. That is the face of a
It's the face
grizzled
of a
old...
particularly haggard one.
It's the face of a Clint Eastwood lookalike.
Yeah, no, it's like...
Has he been spending the last 10 years of his life practicing a grimace?
Well, think of it this way. You know, Case Zero? That's like a few years earlier. He's like, I think he's like 25 or something. He still looks the same.
Holy shit.
I can't decide if he's aging well or aging very, very poorly. I'm gonna go with very, very poorly.
Hang on. Did you guys never know of his age?
No,
I never cared.
I never knew.
Oh.
I never cared until I found out it was amusing.
Well, in the case files it says so. So yeah, he's 29.
Well, I've learned something.
So yeah, there's only a few cases. Still tells you about time, because I'm guessing this assumes you never played Dead Rising 2. Let's go get some access codes. It's the same old Dead Rising gameplay. Go get fetch quests, run between 2 points. It's just somehow, I don't know what it is. It's kind of just have the water cooler.
That's a fine weapon.
This is a water cooler moment.
You can hand him like anything.
Pretty much.
Huh. That's a different like soda model for this game.
I can't remember if it was the case. I could be misremembering, or I could be making it up to make things more interesting, but I think someone did try to join me and I didn't let them.
Wait, there were people who were still playing this.
Well, all that proves is there was one person who was playing this. Let's not say people.
Okay.
Snake, that person's probably looking for co-op games for years, and you just denied him it.
Get wrecked, bitch.
Damn.
You know, the thing is, I could be making this up. I can't even fucking remember that much.
Well, we'll see in this footage.
We might not as well, because I cut a fuck ton of it out. This is longer than 58 minutes. It's just, I cut so much of it.
So how long would it be, actual gameplay-wise?
About 2.5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, because there are actually side quests, and it changes the way that civilians handle. That's a new weapon. That's the stun grenade.
What the hell? Okay, I thought you did the QuickTime event so well, like Chuck was gonna pull off like a super move.
Nah, he didn't go fucking Saiyan or no shit like that. He wasn't about to pull some shonen bullshit where he just stops time and thinks.
I thought it was gonna be like an exclusive ability in this game.
You said stop time and shit, and he's wearing yellow. Oh dear.
I don't see the connection. I'll let you have that one.
I don't know even.
You will learn soon enough, Snake. You will learn in due time.
I probably won't.
Oh, you will.
I won't.
Yes, you will.
I probably will.
You watch JoJo, don't you?
I've watched. I'm all caught up. Now I've said that on a commentary. Thank you. I never wanted to admit that. I never wanted to, but now here we are.
Why didn't you want to?
Snake wanted
Let's
to
just walk away.
Snake wanted this incredible, and now I've ruined his credibility.
Yeah, you lose all credibility the moment you admit that.
Precisely. I mean, watching anime.
What plebs do that?
So we're getting access codes.
Yeah, it's just go to a computer, grab the code and then head back. I've only left in the case objectives and one side mission. So if you ask me like how deep this thing goes, I can't answer that. This is just going to be us bullshitting. It's not even like Dead Rising 2 where we can claim a level of knowledge.
Yeah, but no, this place does seem pretty generic.
It's a generic industrial environment. It's like
Ooh,
it has
wow.
actually got a fair few shortcuts you can unlock and stuff like that. But you have to run through it a lot more to get those shortcuts. So I didn't.
Does this place have the super zombies?
Not right now, it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
So is it still 3 days then?
No, it's not. It's 1 day.
Just 1 day. Alright.
1 day.
one day. Get in, get
So
out.
actually, wait, what happened to fucking Stacy and Katie?
Well, this is ending A, so they got on a helicopter and I guess they don't know whether he's alive or dead right now.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So Katie's just probably wondering where her dad is right now.
You know, that would explain a lot of things that happens in Dead Rising 3.
Yeah.
Did you, like, pick up a box of, like, soda cans? Oh.
Yeah. That's not an item in Dead Rising 2, is it?
No.
The funny thing is, that is an item in Dead Rising 1, and it's deceptively powerful. I remember that from Dead Rising 1. A box of drinks. A box of fucking canned drinks is really fucking powerful once you're leveled up in Dead Rising 1. It's more amusing to watch Frank do stuff than it is to play.
And here you see Frank and Chuck bonding over killing zombies.
I think if Frank's items get destroyed, if you leave him alone for a while, he randomly just spawns a baseball bat.
He has an infinite supply of baseball bats. Even his baseball bats break occasionally, but he just gets new ones. Which is really weird.
Because he's Frank motherfucking West.
He's a story character who doesn't die and is really strong, so he's like the best. He's like the best party character.
Pretty much is. Like, he's a survivor who you don't have to care for. Just leave him behind. Go wherever you need.
If only he could go like apeshit to like some of the survivors in Dead Rising 3.
I like how it's just, like a normal computer. Chuck doesn't need, like, any special clearance or anything. He can just access it normally.
In the event of zombies, just let them do whatever they want.
Chuck is actually a computer hacker genius.
I mean, did you see what he could do with a teddy bear and a machine gun?
Yeah. I think a Chuck can do anything if he just believes.
Now that's something I would have wanted to use in Off the Record.
Out the way, Frank. No, wait, that's my favourite area up there. The only area I like in this DLC is up on that rooftop. Restrooms. Still restrooms about if you want to save mid-game.
Will we
Such
get
a
to
tiny
see
DLC. I'm going up there. I do remember leaving in my footage of my favourite area at some point. I think I ignored it for now, though. Shame, it's the only good thing in this DLC is up on that roof. You gotta save the best for last.
The only good thing.
So Snake,
Only good thing.
I take it that you don't like this DLC.
No, have I been too subtle about that? Oh,
Yeah,
these
very
are the zombie
subtle.
wranglers. They replace the looters.
Like, really subtle about it.
Really subtle.
Yeah. Real subtle.
What I'm basically getting at is I think this DLC is a fucking waste of £5.
£5, okay. So it would be like $5 or something.
The thing is, I actually quite like Case Zero. I didn't remember liking it before I re-recorded it, and I played it, I was like, yeah, this is actually pretty good. This is an interesting take. I think that's what they should have designed after for Dead Rising 3. Because it was a small little town, but it was quite compact, quite detailed, and it had a few interesting kind of like little concessions to being a town instead of a bunch of shopping areas.
Yeah.
Trying to drive it up.
But no, they really wanted vehicles in 3.
Yeah, they had to push the vehicle modification thing.
Like, granted, there's vehicles like scattered about a lot.
Oh my god.
Man, here you see Frank destroying another human being.
Getting choke locked.
Yeah, they can grapple you. So it's basically the same deal as zombies. They're basically a loot-a-zombie combo with a stun rod.
Let's get the hell out of here and meet up with them later. I still need proof that I was set up in Fortune City. Look, you might have your big story now, Frank, but I'm a dead man if we don't find some evidence that clears my name.
You know, he just goes off the grid in Dead Rising 3 anyway.
Well, yeah.
In fact, in Dead Rising 3, wasn't he the leader of a mob?
No, I don't think he was. Fuck it, are we just got spoiled? Are we just got...
Yeah, just fuck it. If you're in here now, you're getting spoiled on Dead Rising 3.
Massive Dead Rising 3 spoilers.
Yeah, because, like, if you can't play Dead Rising 3, it's either because you don't have an Xbox or you don't have a PC that's good enough to handle that unoptimized trash.
Yeah. Oh,
And I'm saying this kind of liking the game.
yeah, no, Chuck wasn't. He was there. He was a biker for some reason. He had a real, what's that?
That fat guy who worked for him was our favorite character.
Hey, and he was just a mobster stereotype.
That's why I thought he was the leader of a mob, because he just walked around doing all of fucking Chuck's dirty work for him.
Maybe that makes sense. So, like, Chuck... Okay, golf. So, in Dead Rising 3, yeah?
I know. I've watched a playthrough.
But I was gonna say, so people watching know. So, in Dead Rising 3, Chuck shows up. He has a fucking mullet. One of those, mustaches that the dad from... what's it called? That TV Discovery show where they make bikes. American Shopper. Basically one of those real mustaches that goes down.
The droopy bastard.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that biker outfit, mullet, and so on. And apparently he is a mob leader. Because I'm pretty sure Brucey, who is the mob guy, pretty much mentions it.
Oh, hello.
This is one of the survivors. This is Hernando.
Fernando.
So, much like any other survivor. Also, one thing I didn't like about Dead Rising 3 was, like, the random events. You know, like those survivors who would just be, like, standing around on cars, and you'd get some PP if you cleared out everything around them.
Though something I liked about the Dead Rising 3 is that the survivors were fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, they were useful, and they had stats.
Yeah, so basically, in Dead Rising 3, when you save a survivor, you can go to like one safe house and pick them up and say, "Yo, you're going with me to kill zombies."
This guy seems to be a picky survivor.
Yeah, he really is. He's like, no, there's zombies within 20 feet of me.
Like, oh my god, I can see someone there in my invisible line.
It's like, but you work with zombies every day, you fucking cunt.
Well,
Just deal with it.
doesn't mean he has to be close to them.
He's got this very cartoony professor look going on.
Yeah, he likes that.
Oh wait, for a second I thought his face looked like John Freeman.
So you don't actually have to escort them back in this DLC. They know the facility, so they'll just run to a safe house.
Yeah, because it explains these ones work in the facility, they know their way around, therefore they can get out.
That's pretty good, because otherwise that would have been kind of really bad. So I assume there's not much clothing to find here either.
Not too much. I do change it around.
There is a Professor Wily look from Mega Man you can find, because Capcom.
Yeah. So, this is the one side quest that I did, and it's trying to find a girl called Lisa that Hernando tells you about. So you just go to a bunch of places, like this is the security tower, and, you grab more notes, and that'll eventually lead you to her.
Does she need braces?
Lisa needs braces.
Dental plan.
Oh, and also I don't like these guys over the regular enemies, because, like, remember before headshots were, like, near enough instantly effective?
Yeah?
These fellas are a bit more bullet spongy.
Fantastic.
I think in this as well, which is kind of fun, you can actually find Frank's original outfit, the green trousers.
You can.
And if you're playing, something that's quite interesting is that in 2-player, if the second player actually finds Frank's outfit, it actually shows up in cutscenes for him.
No, I think it shows up no matter what you do, because you can change Frank's clothing in single-player mode.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, you can.
Man.
You just point at the clothes and press the Y button, and Frank goes and changes.
Oh my god. Now I want that in the actual base game, so I can just make him go dress up as Splanker.
Do you do it in this?
I do.
Okay, yay.
I show it off. Now it's been spoiled ahead of time.
Fantastic.
Fernando, is he okay? He might be dead. I left him alone, and he fucked up once.
Yeah.
Alright, she gave us an emergency key, so that's a shortcut opened up, and there's a lab coat. And here's my favourite weapon in the DLC, the novelty syringe.
The novelty syringe.
Yeah, I don't know why this needs to be in a lab that's otherwise all business.
That's a good point.
Well, you see,
This is my favourite room in the game, actually. The Confederate apartment. Like, I'm guessing the Federtrans members live on site, and this guy is just waiting for the South to rise again.
It really is.
Oh my god, he's even got a shotgun in a display case.
That's a
Who the
beautiful
fuck
shotgun.
is this guy?
Despite the fact the place is filled with them.
Look,
Oh my
that.
god.
There's a PP sticker on this.
like it's a beautiful. This man is just expressing himself.
This DLC has flashes of things being interesting. This room, for instance, is a treasure trove. You walk in here, there's a story.
Yeah, like oh my god, he must have. Imagine what does the other workers here think of him?
Here's my favourite area in the game.
Oh my god, this is fantastic.
Well then.
This is the one flash of life in this working environment. Look at that PP sticker.
It's on the lip. This is a very, very eccentric facility.
Yeah, eclectic too. They got the Confederate guy, they got a little Hawaiian outpost on the roof, and that's about it.
I can't imagine after a hard day's work of researching, they just go up there chilling. It's amazing.
I mean, maybe the place just looked boring, so they just decided to spice some life into the place.
Just don't invite Jed.
Also, I like this outfit for Chuck. It's suitably boring for him.
What
Oh
the?
no, oh no! I just want Frank to deal with my problems.
Frank won't deal with all of your problems.
He'll deal with enough. Frank, help.
Oh no, there's another problem.
I'll deal with this one. Combat roll. This guy really knew what he was doing, but it wasn't enough.
They're collecting queens from the zombies.
Ah! I am Professor Chuck!
Those zombies are from Fortune.
Oh wow, it's even got tape on the glasses.
Yeah. You know, I can totally see Chuck trying to pose as a science man. Science man, scientist even.
Science man, Frank. Science man, Chuck.
He's like, it's like they ask, where do you work? I work in the science department.
I do like how these two play off on each other.
Yeah, that's the only good part of this. These two do actually have a kind of are played against each other quite well. So the cutscenes are the only good things to take away, so just watch the cutscenes. It's my advice for playing this game. Don't play it, just watch the cutscenes.
Fantastic.
Just shut your eyes and wait for the next cutscene to start.
Unless you want to play the game to go back and see that Confederate room.
Yeah, oh, there it is. There's Frank's old clothing. The journalist's suit.
Oh, nice.
Nice threads.
Somehow he looks even more dorky.
Yeah.
Than the lab
It looks
coat.
dirtier on him as well.
Ah, this works.
What did these scientists find his old suit and decided to keep it?
They're fans. Look, there you go. Dressed him up in the old
Oh
old threads.
Yeah.
Just keep him like that.
Just like in that game I never played. Wait, was that a segue?
Kind of.
Snake.
It was a science scooter.
Snake, why didn't you use the segue?
You see, it's a fast world, sweet. People don't got time for legs anymore. Hello, Alicia. What's your bullshit? Can you bring me an electric... I've got a novelty syringe.
No, it has to be electric prod.
Has to be? Well, fuck you then. I'm off.
A novelty syringe that's here for some reason.
Chemicals?
Science!
Oh, there are super zombies. There we go. They got in at some point along the way. You see, I dodged the question when you asked me, Goff, because I actually couldn't remember. I actually couldn't.
Well, there's the
remember.
cameo.
Lab keycard. There we go.
Lab coat keycard.
The lab coat keycard. This reminds me of a weapon from Time Splitters, so I actually kind of like it. It kills zombies, kind of.
Eventually.
Eventually.
At
Oh.
some
Very
point.
well. But if you combine it with chemicals...
Oh yes, perfect!
Oh my god.
This is
oh
beautiful.
yes.
No!
No, a letdown.
Well, it's my fault, not the game's this time. Alright. Just gotta reverse it a little bit. It actually handles really well.
Mate, you could probably just blame it on the game.
No, that would be unfair. I'm gonna blame a lot of other things on the game, like my boredom, but that one was my mistake. I just didn't even get to see me use it.
That was awful. The best thing, best vehicle thing, and you just, no.
Hey, I was bored, you two are gonna be bored as well.
Isn't
Like,
it?
do you know what I did through most of this recording? You don't see it because I cut it out. I just stood in the office, kept the recording going, then I went over to my computer and just listened to the bugle instead. It was easier. I just occasionally listened out to see if a cutscene started. And then when it did, I turned around and went, oh, I've got to play you again. I even said it. Every time.
Man, it's like, it seems like, how could a DLC be so awful for you?
I'd argue the Dead Rising 1 DLC was better than this. And if you don't know what the Dead Rising 1 DLC is, look it up and be offended.
Fucking Shock in those classes.
I'm doing science.
Clearly Shock is the smart guy. And Frank is like the wild card, streetwise cop. Shock is the stuck-up... yeah, he is the stuck-up smart guy.
Do you know what I'm disappointed they never do in this that would have been fucking perfect? There should have been a moment where you defeat a boss and both of them go to make a pun and they just overlap and then they're both disappointed with each other.
And they make the same pun.
Oh my god, his chin just clipped into his collar.
Yeah, Frank is not designed to fit into his original clothes.
Some reason. Oh my god.
Nah,
Really?
he
This
lost
is incredibly painful.
Attention, all security personnel.
Nice going, smart guy.
All available personnel, respond immediately.
I do love what they send after us though. These are great enemies, what's coming up now.
I never actually thought that his original outfit was a leather jacket. I just thought that the graphics on the original were just too shiny that they made it look like leather.
Oh man, you show them with that novelty syringe.
The hazard unit.
Oh my god.
They have pneumatic fists.
Oh yeah, piston punches.
Oh!
The US Army just sends soldiers, but Phenotrans, they send people in bomb suits.
I kind of want, like, a weapon of these in Savage Worlds.
Oh, dodge.
These types of weapons are fucking great. That or the variation that's basically just a spike on a thing.
So what are you injecting him with?
What were those called? You were talking to me about these weapons the other day.
Oh, I forget the name.
The Pilebunker or
Yes,
something?
Pilebunkers.
Oh, you can pick it up.
Yeah, you can pick it up and use them.
Pilebunkers are fucking awesome. Yeah, look at this shit. Fucking one-handing it.
It's actually a pretty useful weapon. Which reminds me of that shit from Unreal Tournament.
Yeah, they're basically the melee weapon.
Damn, we still need to get out of here.
Security T249, you're not responding. What's going on up there?
Yeah, we had a slight alarm malfunction up here. All's clear, situation normal.
Damn zombie. Alright, nice work, guys.
The zombies getting into the office.
How wacky.
It makes me think that this is a common thing.
Yeah, the zombies they get bored, they leave their pen occasionally.
Is that...
I watched a film the other day called Maggie. It's like a new Arnold Schwarzenegger film. And it's basically a film that Arnold Schwarzenegger made to prove that he can cry on camera.
Oh, no.
It's one of those sad emotional dramas featuring big action star to, show he's got acting chops. But it's a zombie movie, and the whole idea is zombification takes like 2 months, and people who are bitten can go back to their families to live out their last days before they're quarantined.
Alright.
So it's just Arnold Schwarzenegger being sad while his daughter dies.
I
It
see.
was an alright movie, but I just found it weird, like, wow, this is a really forgiving government. It's martial law everywhere, but they let people go back to their families when they're gonna zombify any minute now.
But it'll take time.
Snake, you say he used it to prove that he can cry. Have you never seen Junior?
I've never seen Junior.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Well, he cries in that one.
I've seen Twins.
Yeah, but no.
Oh, I remember
In case,
this cutscene.
in case people don't know which Junior was, it was the movie where Schwarzenegger gets pregnant.
Oh, I remembered from the description. I remembered the thing. I've just never watched it.
Incidentally, Danny DeVito is in it too.
I love this reaction. Fuck that bet.
You know, you're a little high-strung for a guy who's covered wars.
I imagine people who've been in wars are a little bit high-strung.
Points.
Hey,
He
fuck
didn't
you.
get to make his point.
Now, see? He's got our evidence downloaded. We just need to break into where he is. But he can't hack the doors.
We gotta cut the power.
Now's our chance. The guards just took off for something.
But yeah. So far, this game seems, this DLC seems pretty meh. I mean, you get a whole new area and so on, so value proposition for $5 it shouldn't be that.
They did make whole new maps for a £5 thing. It's just that I don't like the maps.
Well,
I know I'm being picky. It's just so bland. When I say bland as well, effort has clearly been put into these areas. Oh, there we go. Effort has clearly been put into the areas. It's just that I don't like them.
Snake, would you prefer that this played out in Fortune City?
A new area of Fortune City, maybe. It's just that with Dead Rising, the old maps, yeah, they're a bit open and spacious, but there's a lot more variety to them.
Did you show the map yet?
It's like, imagine if there was a whole DLC. No, you don't get a map, I don't think.
Oh, okay. Ugh.
Imagine there was a whole fucking Well, there is a map on the walls. But imagine there was a whole DLC that took place in the maintenance tunnels of Fortune City. That's what this feels like to me.
Yep.
Like, you don't go to the maintenance tunnels unless you're trying to get somewhere more interesting or do an objective. Or cheat your way into getting the Zombie Genocider achievement.
Also, Snake, you ran past a dude who had a fucking Pilebunkers type weapon. Why?
Because I'm
You
not,
have
I'm
to
not
ta-
messing with that.
You have to take it from him. It's a cool ass weapon.
It's fine, we'll see some more of them. There's Pilebunkers in our future.
Literally.
There's Pilebunkers in our past, too.
I was gonna say, if I were a man who would design a military power armor, I would install a power bunker as standard equipment.
I would install a Pilebunker in the legs.
Oh yes, no pile bunkers in every limb. Imagine, no, yeah, two pile bunkers like actual spears on, really powerful, and you have them on legs, and you can walk on walls with them.
I would install a Pilebunker in the neck.
I feel like... Okay, that's a bit weird. I feel like applying them to the legs, unless you're really strong, will probably fuck up your bones.
No, the reason I'm saying install one in the neck is that, like, if your enemy has defeated you, as a last-ditch effort, you could Pilebunker and rip your own head off to fire it at the enemy. Just like the Cobra unit. They exploded at the end so they couldn't be retrieved. Just rip your own head off so the enemy can't take you.
Do you think this place would be boring to work in without all the zombies?
I think they just released the zombies because they were bored and wanted it. Like, this was probably Jim who just wanted to knock off for lunch an hour earlier.
Probably, like, it's Friday, I want to go home early.
Well, go home is just walking to his fucking bunk.
Maybe
It's probably the fucking Confederate guy.
Yeah, he did this.
Cleavus. His name was probably Cleavus, the Confederate guy. You know, is there a cutscene where Chuck... No, there isn't a cutscene where Chuck's put together, like, actually, you know, combines weapon and Frank has a reaction for it. Also, that high five was pretty great. No, is there, Snake?
Nah.
That's a shame. That would have been something really nice to just see.
You know, the thing is, I think it's a missed opportunity. I think Case West shouldn't have happened. They should have instead just did a full one with co-op with Chuck and Frank and actually let them play off each other that wasn't just off the record.
Hmm.
I'd have preferred that over Dead Rising 3, a more immediate sequel.
Yeah.
Like, as well, because they, again, I'm just gonna spoil it. Every plot thread from here feels so underutilized in Dead Rising 3 because of the 10-year time skip.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't even think Frank shows up in 3 though.
Here's the reveal.
Here's the reveal. This probably doesn't mean much to you, Sweet, but she was a major player in Dead Rising 1.
Yeah.
She was Carlito's sister.
Wait, wasn't she in 3 too?
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
And much older and quite rewritten, to be honest.
Yeah, that's why it kind of feels like kind of wasted and shitty. Like, doesn't she do a kind of turn in 3 where she becomes evil again?
It's kind of, to spoil it, her plan is to basically put her family's name back into the good light, so she unleashes another outbreak so that she can find the one immune orphan that Carlito had been setting out around the country. And one of those, or the only one, happened to be Nick.
But they all had number tattoos on their neck, and she had the list of names of the... What?
Yeah, apparently she didn't realise this.
Oh yeah, I recognize her from Dead Rising 3 too!
Mm-hmm.
This is bullshit.
She's just a weird villain who just comes out of nowhere.
This is like a really stupid plan. I'm going to kill everyone so they'll forgive me.
I can't remember exactly if there was anything else, but that's the basis of a plan.
Damn.
You gotta remember, I don't remember much of Dead Rising 3 either. Fuck.
Not to worry, gentlemen. No one is leaving from here alive.
Don't give me that bullshit. You don't care about lives.
Yeah, that's why you're not leaving here alive.
So, what do you think of this villain, anyway?
She's in a wheelchair.
I mean, there's a bit of a twist.
Damn!
Maybe they should have followed her. I don't know. Might have helped.
Some action woman.
Here's the final boss.
Oh man! Oh my god!
Now, there he actually called a bitch.
I don't know what to make of this final boss.
I know exactly. This is fucking stupid and great.
It's stupid.
Snake, look at that. He has 2 fucking piston weapons on his arms.
I'd like some build-up. TK had build-up, and then he was a crap boss.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough, whatever. This boss fight's fucking tough, though. He earns his place.
He's, we talked about this in, Off the Record, but he's the first boss in the game that has 3 health bars.
Yeah.
And it carries over with Stacy in Off the Record. But she more or less has 3 phases, but anyway, go on.
Also, I did not bring half enough items for this fight. Look at the equipment I brought with me. It's not enough.
Fantastic, Snake.
Well, you got Frank who's invincible, just let him do all the work.
Yeah, if you want to be here for, like, the next million years.
So, let me guess, Frank does piss all damage.
Well, look at that. It's not that he does piss all damage, it's just that he does very little damage very infrequently. Because his AI is not great.
At least they made him invincible.
Oh my god, he fucking jumps with them!
Pile jumper!
That is pretty cool.
I don't care, Snake. This redeems this fucking DLC.
It does not redeem this deal. Alright, Swede. actually playing this fight isn't terribly fun, because yeah, he has 3 health bars, but I'd have preferred just one really long health bar. It just, like, why does he need 3 health bars anyway?
Because to show that he's a hard motherfucker.
He's a hard motherfucker anyway!
To show that Case West is a special snowflake.
I like how you threw that fucking keyboard at him.
I was panicking.
No, that's perfect. Chuck is panicking over this motherfucker. Like, he has dealt with cycles, but not on this level.
I've been waiting to use this novelty syringe all this time. Have my mini syringe attack!
I like the fact that this is like some sort of pragmatic, like, scientist who's just trying to escape, and he's using everything around him.
I'm the superhero of science. I fight for good science, not Phenotrans science.
Take my novelty syringe, like a javelin. You missed.
That was really weak.
It was all for nothing.
It's like it's one of those foam, like, toy swords, but a syringe.
I like to imagine it's just a giant actual syringe. When you need to. It's like for this guy. It's for his steroids. Oh, good god.
Oh my god.
This
This is fucking great.
What do you think of the theme as well?
Yeah, it's pretty generic.
It's so throwaway. It's just like a generic theme that they've given a bit of an Indian flavour.
But yeah, Snake, can you imagine this fucking dude, like, doing 100,000 punch thing or something?
Now, these two, it's quite interesting because you'd have to read the comics to understand the villain and this guy, the commander.
Wait, they were Interqual comics?
Yes.
Alright, what do they cover?
I don't exactly remember. I don't know the basis of it, but it's like these two. It's like one of those like expanded universe deals where you'd have to read the comics or books or something of something to understand why a character is introduced into a game.
Right, because yeah, this guy has no build-up, and his name is just Commander.
I don't remember his name. I just remember he says Kuti and that's it.
Do you know what the worst one was? The fucking Interqual comics with fucking Prototype that explained why the protagonist of the first game became a bad guy.
Well, how dumb was it?
That was shit.
Oh yes, Snake! Use that weapon, use his own weapon against him!
Pilebunker duel.
Imagine fucking 2 Pilebunkers hitting each other, then you use them at the same time.
I mean, I'm kind of in a shitty position here, Swede.
Can he kill one of his fellow soldiers?
He can, and he does.
I'm just finding these Pilebunkers so cool. They're probably not actual Pilebunkers.
They're not Pilebunkers, we're just calling them Pilebunkers. They're pneumatic fists.
Yeah.
Or pneumatic hammers, anyway.
Yeah, that's actually... Pilebunker
We're making this cooler than it actually is.
Oh! Ow.
I just call it Pilebunker because it sounds cooler. Actual Pilebunker, like I said, is more or less just a pointy rod.
Like Frank yelling, "Get over here," like he's gonna turn this fight around. But thank you, Commander, for fucking up your own men. Oh god. I want that Pilebunker, you fuck.
Pneumatic fist.
Whoa! There you go.
I guess he gave me the pneumatic fist. Fuck.
As soon as you can get away.
As soon as I can get away, look at my health right now.
That's pretty low.
That's pretty low.
That probably would have killed you if he hit you then.
Holy shit!
Oh!
I think
God.
he is.
Yeah, also, all those things I'm picking up health off of, he can punch him across the room, as we've seen. He is a really tricky boss, because he could just tie you up, and there aren't many health items in here.
I like how Frank is serving merely as a distraction in this boss.
That's all I really want him to be.
Jesus.
Thanks for hitting him instead. Every attack you use on him is a waste.
I guess it's true, Frank is just tougher than Chuck.
Frank is the Game Master's pet NPC. You want him. He wants you to think he's cool. Sadly, you can't pick up items to cancel through the fucking tray being thrown at you.
Ah, orange juice.
I like what Frank just said then.
This
Yeah,
is our
but-
last shot, by the way. There's nothing more.
Let's do it.
Look at Frank just like rubbing his neck, like as if it was just all nothing.
Oh, he's trying to come up with a plan. What could we possibly do
Oh,
to
yeah.
be our strongest foe yet?
Just give these to Jack and he'll have it sorted.
Savage Worlds references.
That not everyone's gonna get. Subscribe to Tabletop Subscribes.
Oh, and Dungeon World, watch that please, because that's been fun. Anyway, let's play.
Anyway. Yeah, Commander is just... Also, he calls... Yeah, like... It's just the fact that he calls in other units as well. Like, this is a fucking final boss for all of the Dead Rising 2 DLCs and everything.
I have heard from a few people though, even the ones that have done like walkthroughs of it. This one is a pretty meh DLC. Or,
It is.
you know, standalone thing.
You know what would have been better, honestly? If they somehow brought TK back from the dead and have him basically be the one in a massive fucking body.
Just do some Stroheim bullshit. Give him robotics.
You say
Yeah.
that, but that's what they needed. They needed like a zombie psychopath fight.
But yeah, just bring TK back and make it Stornheim from the part 2 of JoJo.
You know, I'm surprised they haven't done something like that, God. Like, a massive mutant zombie that, like, some T-virus bullshit.
I guess they
Zombie virus is too bland.
I guess they just don't wanna make it like Resident Evil.
I guess.
Also,
Finished.
he has fallen. The Turban Man has fallen.
The Turban Man.
Yeah.
Just gonna leave that.
That's like his only personality trait. And it's not even a personality trait.
I'd argue the fact that you can dual-wield Pilebunkers probably speaks louder about him.
That too. Lovely.
And he's clumsy.
Can he be infected now?
A lot.
Brains always wins over bronze.
Look like you could use a little Zombrex every day yourself, lady. Why would you do this?
You can't think I need Zombrex anymore. I made something to remedy that years ago. With Isabella's very helpful notes.
It's been cured.
Oh my god!
Not if you're playing Dead Rising 3, it isn't.
It wouldn't
Like,
be-
Frank did very little. He just went off the grid like, fuck it, I'll sort it someday.
None of you are worthy.
Because it's revealed in Dead Rising 3 that she still needs Zombrex because she didn't find a cure, she's just talking shit.
The human race
Man.
deserves
So,
a zombie
wait, what was the point of this
apocalypse.
bullshit
And now
then?
look at you.
Oh, it's
Well, there is a cutscene between her and Isabella, and there's also her and the other commander that's in the game that says the final boss in Dead Rising 3. She gets some Zombrex, injects herself with it, so she clearly still needs it.
We've got to find it.
Huh.
The cure, it's got to be in here somewhere. We've got to...
Okay, that's actually good bullshit. Thinks he'll just stick around and try and find it while everything blows.
It's too late. We gotta go.
Hmm.
Now.
we gotta keep the drama up, Chuck.
Evacuate now.
All those people we saved, hopefully they're dead.
What? Come on, Snake.
Hopefully they're dead.
That's most likely dead.
Oh,
They're hopefully most likely dead.
they got away really fast.
Yeah, they just sprinted, had some quick step on standby.
And so, scientist Chuck cried.
A cure. Can you imagine the difference that would have made to the whole world?
Not really.
Nah, it still would have been shit.
That might have been a lie. Welp.
I like the fact, based on what you said, I do like the fact that Frank just sees through her bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, at least we have the evidence they were behind the Fortune City outbreak.
Nobody is gonna take our word for what was going on in that place.
I don't know, I look like a trustworthy source.
This kind of shot here is just
Left
silly.
it back in the...
This series is silly though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he kept it.
Take it.
It's got a good balance, for the most part, between serious and silly.
Man,
I think as well the reason I hate this DLC aside from anything else is the credits.
what a bromance moment they had.
What a bromance moment. So that's the ending of Dead Rising 2. There's then a 10-year time jump to Dead Rising 3, and
Chuck becomes a biker.
so I really like Dead Rising 2. I'm a little burnt out on it now after the playthrough, as all playthroughs leave you.
Yes.
But goddamn, I got a lot out of that fucking game.
Yeah, I like Dead Rising 2 too. Never played Dead Rising 1. Will probably never play Dead Rising 1, honestly.
It's actually really good. This is something I'd say about Dead Rising 2. I like Dead Rising 2 more in co-op. But playing solo, I'd take Dead Rising 1 over it easily.
What the fuck?
Oh, fuck off. This is unfunny bullshit.
Really?
They're dancing! They're
I-
dancing to music. Oh, fuck
I
off.
never knew this. Okay, this is just...
Fantastic! Applause, applause,
Fuck
applause.
off, Swede. Fuck off, Swede.
I'm just gonna mute this.
Stop
'cause this is
finding
just-
this funny.
It's just gonna mute it because this is just
I'm
like...
finding more that you I'm finding that you don't find it funny.
Fuck off finding my lack of finding this funny. Only I'm allowed to do that to you two.
Man,
Wow.
yeah, this is
Wow.
how the commentary works here.
Is this how it ends? It just ends like this.
It ends with zombies dancing, just complete whiplash
You know,
for a completely unfunny joke.
I'm just gonna end it off as this is like Dead Rising is one of my favorite series. I've enjoyed it overall. Dead Rising 1, cool. Dead Rising 2, really fun. Off the record, probably still my favorite. But that might just be because I'm biased towards Frank West. So, but yeah,
It has got more going for it in terms of content as well.
anybody willing to try out the series, they really should. There are some things you could probably miss out, such as this one, and
That's the thing, you need an Xbox 360 to have this because the DLC was exclusive, and Microsoft, being benevolent as they are, they got the DLC to be exclusive, but they didn't make it good, so you don't need all of it. Case West is, Case Zero is good.
and as for Dead Rising 3, either you need an Xbox One or, like Six said like an hour ago, you need a computer that can run that unoptimized piece of shit. Well, it's not bad.
It's not a bad game, I don't think it's as good as the other two,
No.
by quite a margin. It's still a good game, I just think it loses what made Dead Rising Dead Rising.
they're not even making them dance differently. They're just all doing the same. Oh,
Yeah.
maybe they stopped.
Oh yeah.
I think someone making credits realized, oh wait, this is painfully fucking unfunny.
Yeah, I've enjoyed this series of commentaries. Like, I like Dead Rising 2, it's a fun game. I'm not as big as into the series as, say, Goth here. But it's been a fun series, it's been fun doing commentary and playing with you.
And now we're dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
It ends as this way, how it started. Painfully.
Rip.
Rip.
Ripped in pieces.